And we live, man. We back again. You feel me? Back at it
So
with another
shorty.
episode of the X's and O's Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Cozy Boy. I'm here with Big Four.
The
You know what I
biggest.
mean? How you feeling, champ?
Yo, we here, yo. Never day, never dollar. Feeling good. How you feeling, bro?
You know, I'm good overall. Some things, life always going to set in, but you can't stop moving. You got to pivot. Shout out to them, you know. Oh, that looked like a travel.
What? Nigga, I said that's
Niggas are
my
called
man.
niggas are called travel in LA Fitness.
Yeah, forget the LA. That's why I don't do the LA Fitness runs, bro, because they're not used to the elite moves that
Yo,
everyone's
and
supposed
that's
to do.
yo, that and that's what
It's
I be
route.
saying, bro. Cause you hit a move that they had never seen before, and then talking about that's a travel. No, it ain't a travel. You just
Nigga,
not
that's some
like
buckets,
that.
nigga. You just not elite, bro.
You feel
Yeah.
me? We got some things to talk about. A lot of things have, transpired throughout the weekend, throughout the week, last week, If y'all didn't get a chance, make sure y'all tap in with our first episode for real. That was good. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tap in, we're gonna drop the YouTube and stuff like that in the description. But before we get started, for real, I seen this post on Instagram and I
Okay.
just want to see how you would take it for real.
Okay. Okay.
It say, how do you politely ask your guests to leave your house without telling them to leave?
Politely tell them to leave without telling them to leave.
Yeah.
Oh no, bro. I'm kind of a great person, bro. Bro, you know me. You've been knowing me for a long time, bro.
What would
I
you
just,
say? What would
I
you
just,
say?
I don't know. I tell niggas to get the fuck
Get
out,
up.
bro. I just tell when it's time, bro. Niggas just gotta go. Like, come
He
on, man.
said, when it's time to go, y'all niggas just got step.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
Niggas,
I don't got too much politeness in me as far as that shit go,
niggas
bro.
here with the Martin, get the stepping.
Yeah, I'm definitely a Martin Lawrence type of nigga. Y'all gotta go.
That's crazy.
Lay down low.
I think what I would do, I mean, I hit him with the. It depends how many people over there for real. If it's a, what I'm saying, it's a big gathering, then obviously, what I'm saying, I gotta be more assertive and be like, yeah, what I'm saying, y'all gotta,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, about that time. But if it's like a
What if it's the
little,
fellas? What if it's the fellas over the
if
crib?
it's the fellas, it's just like I'm gonna be like, damn, y'all niggas don't got work tomorrow.
So niggas saw whenever niggas hit him with a stretch, yeah, that's about time to go.
Niggas don't got work tomorrow. Then niggas say, no, I'm off tomorrow.
Well, I ain't.
Right? I gotta go in.
It's time to step. I ain't
Yeah,
off,
I'm gonna
chat.
get you on the phone, yo.
Nah, I
No,
feel
that's
you,
crazy.
bro.
But let's get into this, man. Let's get into. I just think you know what I'm saying. That. I just be seeing funny stuff on my timeline sometimes, and I be thinking that it be so funny for real, cause I be thinking of how I do it or how my friends do. Like with you, I can definitely see. Yeah, y'all niggas got it. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Y'all niggas gotta get brag. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, like every time when we was at school, you'd be tired or something. We'd be chilling in the room because you had the big TV with the
Yeah,
PS5. Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed, bro.
yeah, bro.
And
It's about that time. Niggas, y'all ready to hit y'all room? Yeah. Yeah, shit, game
nigga said,
off,
I
bro.
guess so.
Yeah, game off, bro. What y'all ready to do?
No,
That's
that's
what
crazy.
that's my favorite thing to hit niggas with. What y'all already did.
What y'all
That's how
ready
you let
to
niggas.
Then you
Yeah,
go
that's
wait
how.
and see what niggas say? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I was ready to see if we could run one more game.
Nah, fooly.
I wasn't thinking on we not on the same page, chat.
Nah. Fuck
Nah,
no.
that's crazy. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into
Start
it.
off.
We're gonna spark it off with the news that I think we just gotta save for the forefront, bro. Houston coming back on Duke
That
last
was tough.
night in the Final Four. Shout out to Florida, being Auburn. That was a tough game, but
Yeah.
they kind of solidified that like Auburn. I mean, Florida definitely like asserted their dominance on them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Pause. But like that Duke and Houston game, it really came down to the wire. Like I seen, they didn't have no field goal for like the last 30 seconds. Duke 33 seconds, I think. And then, you know what I'm saying? I was texting my the uh the kid that I filmed and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. I'm doing a documentary on. He was like, "Yeah, Duke going to win by 12." I was like, "Nah." They started shooting at. Nah, if Houston started shooting at three,
Shooting
then you
that
know,
ball, shooting
then
that
they, you know
rock.
what I'm saying. Then they started getting it going. So like, what was your, reaction to Houston coming back and ultimately winning the game by three?
Bro, it was surprising to me, obviously. Because when I turned off to you text me, obviously, me and you were texting last night, and you were the one who told me that Duke ended up losing. Because when I tuned off of the game, I thought Duke was up at that point. I'm thinking Duke was good. They got it all wrapped up or whatever. I tuned off. I started watching the movie. So when I found
He
when I
says
come,
movie time.
I started watching the movie. I'm thinking it's wrapped up. They playing Florida. It's done deal. We got the national championship. So it was surprising to me, especially with obviously like the run that like Cooper was on. Obviously, he was named AP player of the year and the Naismith player of the year. I
Yeah,
thought for sure they was national. I mean, my brackets got
yeah.
broken last night.
Man,
My
I think a
brackets
lot of
screwed.
people brackets got I'm in the family bracket with my aunt and them, and most of their brackets is done. But this is one person I don't even know who it is,
It's a
but
random.
they got the exact joints right, bro. Like every single Midwest, South,
Nigga,
all
a
that
wizard, bro.
correct, bro. I'm like, bro, I did my research though this year. Like I did my most research that I ever did, and Duke sold me. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie,
I ain't gonna lie, yeah,
Duke
Duke
sold
kind
me.
of killed me. I ain't gonna lie. I still got one with Florida left, obviously, so that's still running strong. But
Right.
yeah, bro, I think the only word I can use to describe it is just shocking, honestly. Because I didn't see it coming. I obviously we knew Houston was tough, especially defensively. We've been talking about that all year, like how crazy Houston defense was. But like you said, it was that offense that obviously came to play at the end of the day. And
Mm-hmm.
bump Duke though. But I mean, what
Yeah.
kind of walk me through? Because I know you actually were watching the entirety of the game. What did you kind of
So
see?
man, it was kind of so basically it was kind of a slow start for both teams. You know, like Cooper, I felt in the beginning Cooper Flag was kind of like trying not be a hero, but trying like force like a lot of
Mm,
shots and not letting the
yeah,
game come to him. Felt like he had to do a lot when he could have just calmed down. And then on Houston side, what's his name? Crier, I think the guard name #4. He
hmm,
wasn't hitting a lot of threes in the first half like he normally would. I think he went 6 for 9 for the game,
that's
which
pretty good
is
though.
crazy efficient for
Yeah,
real.
like I
But
said, that's pretty crazy.
yeah, he started getting hot like in the second half. So like it was basically the team. It was going back and forth, bro. Like it was literally. I want to say I may not have the exact score right, but I think going into halftime it was like 34-28 or something like that. They was going
Okay.
Duke was winning basically the whole game, and then
Yeah.
during that whole stretch, I thought that they would it would be time and possession. Every possession matters. We really don't got to rush a shot. We really don't. But they just couldn't hit no shots. They couldn't hit no shots unless they get to the free throw line, maybe hit a free throw or two. Some went one and two. Some went both made it making both free throws. I think another determining factor for Duke was Tyrese Proctor, which really wasn't hitting no threes like he was um, in previous games, and so I think that kind of played a factor. And then you know Cooper Flag obviously did his thing; he finished with 25.
Yeah.
So,
This
but
thing.
I just think the things that helped them get to that point weren't available to them in the second half, and obviously Houston is a great defensive team off rip. Like they play great defense. So it's
Exactly.
hard to score on them, with Duke being like a very big team, huge team, you know what I'm saying? Like Houston definitely did what they supposed to do, shout out to what's his name? The
Cool.
coach Sampson. I think it's
Okay.
yeah, Coach Sampson.
That's Houston coach,
I
the head
think
coach. Okay.
I don't want to be incorrect,
But
but
I know you kind of harped on it for a quick second. You talked about Houston defensively. Obviously, you watched the game in its entirety. Do you kind of credit Duke's slow scoring to more so Houston, like being great defensively, or more so Duke just didn't really look themselves? Like they was getting good looks, they just wasn't falling.
I think I think what I would say is two things can be true at once. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm.
Houston made it very difficult for I'm trying to get the joint. Hold on, they play Saturday. Yeah, I think Houston made it very difficult for them to make shots, and you know what I'm saying, that played a factor. But also Duke just wasn't hitting those shots in the beginning. Like, and when I say not hitting shots, I'm not talking about like threes and jumpers, obviously, but I'm talking about like layups where you feel like, yo, they got, you know what I'm saying, they got to finish that. And on Houston side, like that big man number 13, he was missing a lot of point blank layups. Where I like, man, I would have hit that for real.
Put me
Out
in.
there tripping.
Put me in, coach.
You feel me? But if I'm looking at the I want to look at the recap or team
Right.
stats. I'll look at it.
Okay.
So the like if you look at the field goal, like it was really you when I read these stats, you're gonna understand and see, or you can visualize like, dang it, it really came down to the wire for real. So
Hit me.
field goal percentage for field goals for Houston, they was 23 for 61.
23 for
For
6.
Duke, yeah, 23 for 61. For Duke, they was 21 for 53. So the field goal there was third. Houston was 37%. Duke was 39. So they caught is neck and neck at
It's
that point.
close.
You feel me? 3 pointers. Uh, Houston was 45%. Duke was 41.
Damn. Okay.
And
That
that's
tells
because
a
they,
story right there.
know what I'm saying? Because they got a hit in the second half. Houston. So now we get to free throws. Houston was 77%. Duke was 78. Like the game was close, like
Neck and
literally
neck
the whole
all
game for
game.
real.
Yeah.
I think Duke went to the free throw line more. They was 18 for 23, and Houston was 14 for 18. But you know what I'm
Okay.
saying.
I think
Houston did out rebound Duke 42 to 31.
+9 on the
Yeah,
boards.
man.
That's a lot.
And I want to look at the turnovers. The turnovers was close too. Houston had 9 turnovers. Duke had 7.
Okay.
And Duke had 12 points off turnovers, and Houston had 8. There was no fast break points. Points in the paint, Houston had 20. Duke had 24. They both had 16 fouls, and the largest lead for Duke was 14. The largest lead for Houston was 3, which is they won the game.
Damn.
They won
So
by 3.
Duke was fucking them up the whole game, bro.
Whole game, bro. And it's like, dang, like
What and from listening to those stats, bro, you know what it sounds like to me, honestly, what it came down to?
what?
It sounded like it came down to a numbers game with 3-point shooting, bro. Like when I listen to all the stats, the only things that kind of jump out to me is obviously rebounds because they were +9, so they created
Mhm.
more opportunities. But they shot the ball at a 45% clip from three, but they shot way more threes than Duke shot. So they got, you understand
Right,
what I'm, it just becomes
right,
a numbers game at that point. They shot more, so they obviously made more, and that ended up being the difference. They won by 3
right.
points.
That's what I'm saying. Like Tyrese Proctor shot 4 threes and didn't make none.
That was like,
You
the
feel
fuck are
me?
you, what are we doing out here?
Knipple was 3 for 5.
That's
Cooper
pretty
was
good,
three,
yeah.
Cooper was 3 for 4. So that's why I'm saying like the Tyrese Proctor was really the determining factor of them winning the game because he's missing shots that he usually take.
Yeah.
Well, he took them, but usually make. I should say, part of it. He usually makes those shots,
But
and then. Mhm.
is that really on him though, or do you kind of put that on Cooper? I mean, Cooper is supposed to be the #1 draft pick in like a couple
And,
months, bro. I mean, like at
and
some point you got to take over the
mhm.
team, bro. When somebody else get rolled, you got to step up.
And I can say he did have a chance, and I would love to play that play, but I don't know if he's gonna get copyright
They gonna take
again.
this shit down.
But you feel me? But like out the play that they drew up for Cooper Flag, he like came off a ball screen. He got it at like I want to say the mid post, and he kind of was just batting his man down until he, you know what I'm saying, he found the opening, and he finally got the opening, driving to the middle. Normally, like um Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would go like for that sky hook. He kind of got that, but it was like a bump fade jumper. It was just short, like it
Oh,
hit
the
the
run.
yeah, it hit the front of the rim. Now
Ah, ah,
had he would have had some spin, because I see how it came off. It came off not like a shot. It came off like
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 one of
a
them.
floater. Yeah, like
Yeah.
so if he would have
Floater.
had some rotation on the shot, it probably could have got that friendly
It would have
bounce.
rolled in there.
You
Yeah.
feel me? But
Dang.
it was a great look. Like, but speaking on Cooper Flag and
Yeah.
him being the number one, potentially being the number one draft pick, he was saying, or I've heard in the media that he's saying that he's going to be staying at Duke, that he might
Staying there,
stay.
dude. Wow.
Yeah,
That would be a major fuck up,
you think
honestly.
so?
Yeah, bro. I mean, this is how kind of how I look at it. I understand that you want to go and chase a chip or whatever for real, bro. But at the end of the day, there's only one. You can't get no higher than number one. So like, what are you actually going back for? You go back and you get hurt or injured, and that wipes out that possibility,
Stop
bro.
down.
Yo, you stop. It's going to be looking like the U.S. stock market out this month, just plummeting. You did what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
think
shout
I
out to
think when
Warren
you
Buffett on that too. He up
yeah,
300, I think
check.
300 million.
Nigga need to teach me. You did what I'm saying?
Man,
But yeah, man, I don't know. I think that would be a horrible move for him, honestly, going back. It's you don't have nothing to really gain, bro, because it's not to say that, and especially we all know how like the transfer portal is like nowadays. It's not to say that like most of your stars and like pieces you had in place to really propel you to this run is going to be here come
mhm.
next season. You might come back to a depleted team and it's really only you, Coop, and then that really drops your
Yeah,
stock, or it makes you have to work extra harder and you fuck up and you get injured and then you're not the same player. So I think it would be smart for him to just ship that shit. I wouldn't even go back to school, my nigga. My dorm would be getting packed today.
yeah.
The
Like
fuck, I'm done with everything.
I don't even care at this. But I mean, I don't want to say that because hey, we're not promoting, dropping out of school or doing none of that. Like, if you can still be able to get your degree while you in the, you know what I'm saying. There is online programs that, you know what I'm saying, that he could do, and when he gets to the league, he's gonna have ample time to, complete that. You know what I'm saying, but
Yeah, for sure.
I think, and I want to pose, this question, but I want to think about it while I'm asking it. Do you think it's better to for do you think it's better for men to if they know they're going to the draft or whatever the case may be, to just go? Is it better for men to do that rather than for women to do that? Or like, do you think it's they're kind of in the same boat with all the NIL that's going on? Because like, obviously, what
Okay, I
how
understand.
I'm thinking of it is, like, yes, you're going to be getting a way more money in the league, obviously, but it's like you still getting a pretty penny while you in college. So it's like, it's not like you losing anything. And granted, even if he does, for me personally, even if he does wait a year, and I guess it's really not a question for, the women, but you can answer it because it is for them. It's a lot of, women out there too that, have those NIL deals and can potentially go to the league. But speaking on Cooper Flag, it's like he still can earn a lot of money with his NIL package and things like that. And it's like, do I really don't need to go to the league. Even if he waits, I feel like he would still be like a top 5, top 10 pick in the draft. It's not like his stock is going to go down tremendously. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he's still going to be like that. And you know what I'm saying? I got another point to like the to that, but I'm gonna let you answer. I want to let you answer that and get your take on that.
I feel like I'm gonna answer the women shit first. I feel like for the women stuff first, I do honestly think that it makes more sense for them sometimes to kind of wait and stay in school and like college. And this is why I'm gonna tell you why for real. The money that I'm gonna just take Angel Reese for example. The money that Angel makes as far as her WNBA check versus her NIL deals is
Mm-hmm.
totally different
I
fucking
could.
things.
I.
Her NIL is that's her bag. With her shit is comes strictly from endorsements. And most women in the WNBA and on professional sports, that's where their money comes from. Her
Mm,
WNBA check, although it might be nice, it might be like 200, 300, $400,000, is not the
right.
millions she getting from endorsements.
At all.
However,
Mm-hmm.
when you look at somebody like uh who I want to say, you want to look at somebody like
Paige Becker, Juju
they in the
Watkins.
same kind of boat. I want to think about, all right, let's say LeBron. Let's do LeBron pre this whole like lifetime contract he got with Nike or some shit
With
like that.
Nike. Okay.
Because
Okay.
he just got the one that it's like supposed to be like $1 billion or some shit. But before that, it
Nah.
was
Yeah.
just like he would get like a yearly contract for like 5 years. Let's just say 200 million, $100 million or some shit with Nike.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not comparison to him making, you know what I mean, like 240 million supermax contract in the NBA. So
Okay.
in the NBA and professional sports and men's sports, you get way more money from your contract and your actual deal than you do from
Mm.
endorsements. But in the
Endorsements.
WNBA and women, it's
It's
the
kind of flip.
reverse.
It's kind of
Yeah,
flip.
so it may
Okay.
at some point it makes more sense for them to really stay. You get a degree, obviously. You still in school. You know what I mean? It makes more
Yeah.
sense. But for these, especially like a number one draft pick, he going to make so much more money
Yeah.
than
He's going number one.
bro. Yeah, he's going number one. There's no doubt. The only other person who like I think can give him a fair shot, honestly, is DQ. I don't think nobody else is giving him a good run for his money other than DQ, bro.
Mm.
That's all I think.
Okay. That's
That's
a
all I got.
tough. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that take. It's kind of what you saying that the from the men and the women is kind of reverse. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
I totally agree with that. I totally agree. But yeah, yeah, that's a great take, Big Four. That's a
How do you feel about like that debate between like Cooper and DQ? Do you feel like there's even a debate, or do you? I guess where you kind of lean on that side?
I want to say that it can be a debate. Obviously, two different positions,
Yeah.
two very different styles of play. I think for me, and this is hard, because DQ from the city, you
Yeah.
feel me, from Baltimore. So like, I'm rooting for the guy, but sometimes you just gotta give credit where credit due, bro. Like Cooper Flag is like unstoppable, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and I like even DQ, like he plays very poised, he plays very under control. He gets to his spots, he really have his way out there. But I think Cooper Flag just affects the game and can affect the game in so many ways, can can Derek. But I think Derek just gotta be more agile. Like, I feel like Derek don't move like Cooper move. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and then to go into the league, like, if I'm being honest, bro, like, niggas is going manhandle, bro. If I'm being
What? That's
honest, like,
crazy.
I'm
That's
not manhandle,
crazy,
but you feel what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, niggas going, you gotta think of the players. You gotta think of the players that's just going that he has to guard, bro. Like Giannis. You think like the Greek freak? He got to guard Joker, who was kind of like him, but the nigga 7 foot. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, and then it's just, I think it's gonna be, obviously, when you get to that pro level, it's just gonna be so different for
Yeah.
real. But I think who I think can adapt probably quicker would probably be Cooper Flag.
You
Cause
think cool?
I think Cooper Flag just, I think, bro, mind you, he not supposed to, like, I'm gonna say this every time. He's not supposed to be where he's at right now. He
Okay.
was not supposed to be chasing no national championship. He was supposed to be chasing that Chipotle national with the
Yeah.
high schoolers. Like, he's supposed to be in high school right now.
Yeah,
You
which is
feel what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's supposed to be still with them kids. Like, he's still, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he's literally a grown man, and he don't have to score. You feel what I'm saying? He don't have to score. He don't, but he, like I said, he affects the game. So he can just affect the game off of like defense, and you know what I'm saying, and do all those things. Like,
Yeah.
but for me, I just think Cooper Flag is just a more agile player. Like the way that he move, the way you know what I'm saying. It's just different with Cooper, but Derek is like it's not a totally bigger
Why gap?
separation
Yeah,
with them.
margin.
Like it's like Cooper flag could be right here, and then Derek is like literally right here. Like
Yeah, because I don't think it's that crazy off, bro. If I'm being
no,
real, I
I
don't think
think
so.
I think Derek just need to move a little bit faster. He just moves too slow a little bit.
But I like that. That's what I think attracts me to Derek's game. Honestly, when I think about
Mm,
like obviously SGA is fast, but when I think about like a SGA or I think about like a Jokic or like a Luca, the thing I love about their game is that like nobody can speed them up, bro. They play
mm,
how fast they want to play the game, and everybody else around those three special players just gotta fit in. And I think it obviously if we're talking about like who's going to make the faster impact, I think Cooper's game just translate fastest because like of like
right.
his just like natural like athleticism and stuff like that. I think that's kind of where
Hmm.
he got that edge. But when I think of like long term, who's going to have like the biggest impact,
Yeah.
I think is DQ, bro. Like if you think about it, like Luca, Jokic, or like SGA, they
You're
don't
right.
take too many hits to their bodies. They play slow. They don't get injured too much. So
Yeah.
their the longevity in their game is like going to you really going to see that impacted over the next 5-10 years because they're not getting hurt or like going up for crazy dunks, landing wrong
Yeah.
like people who like more athletic than them. They play more so with their mind than they
Hmm.
playing with like their body for real.
And I think that's the difference. And I'm not mad at that take at all. And I'm glad that you said who whose game will adapt the fastest is Cooper, but the longevity is looking at DQ, and I definitely agree with that. I definitely
Yeah,
agree. I love the way DQ played. Like I love since you know what I'm saying when he was playing for Team Thrill. Like
yeah.
I'm looking at him against all these other, you feel what I'm saying, number one players and things like that, and he just having his way. Like, and he's not doing nothing spectacular. It's just straight pump fake,
It's
bat you down, jab. You know what I'm saying? Get to your
efficient
body.
though.
You feel me? And he's not missing it. You know what I'm saying? That shout out to Coach Mookie that been working with him is you know what I'm saying. And Coach Mookie has always been like a great in player development, and you know what I'm saying. Getting guys to the league. You feel me? So even with Jarris Walker, he played for the Indiana Pacers. So like
Yeah,
I think he's just following in that blueprint. Keeping everything the main thing. You know, but I think both of those guys, wherever they fall in the draft, whether it's 1, 2, what I'm saying, I think they're gonna have great careers, coming out and things like that. So
yeah.
yeah, I think that what I'm saying. That's gonna be great. I've been seeing the like mock draft. They saying that Cooper might go to DC. That may be a good look if you go
You
to
think so?
DC. Yeah, but I gotta look deeper into like the mock drafts and see where everybody can go
Yeah.
because I
I mean,
haven't looked at that yet.
yeah, I think some fun things are happening in DC right now. You got a lot of old guys up out of there, like I said, for like Kyle Kuzma. Obviously, they traded Jonas with Valanciunas. How the fuck you say his name? They traded him
Right.
away. I think they getting a lot of people out of there for, and they got like a young squad. So who knows where they
Yeah.
fall up? But that might be exciting, bro. I don't
No,
know.
yeah, I'm excited to see. And the draft always comes out or is happening around my birthday. So that's usually what I be getting into when I be
Yeah.
for my birthday. But to stay on
So
the track of the college, the women want the women's championship was today.
yeah,
If you watching this on Monday, then it was yesterday. You feel what I'm saying? But the women's college championship happened, and it was UConn versus South Carolina, and all I can say is I was disappointed.
damn, you was disappointed. You a Gamecocks fan?
No, and I'm not even disappointed in that aspect. I'm gonna tell you why I'm disappointed in this, and here it is right here.
Hit me.
You got the number one and number two teams in the country in women's college basketball,
Yeah.
and it just wasn't competitive. Like obviously, teams are just gonna show who's better and like show who's more dominant over the other, but this was just like, come on, South Carolina. Like,
Just
bro,
got your ass kicked.
Yo, 82 to 59.
Yeah,
Come on, like
guy
they
like
put
that.
up 82 on y'all. Y'all the number one team in the country. You
Yeah.
feel me? And I, bro, like
How much did Paige have?
I'm ready to tell you right now, bro.
Cause
She
damn,
didn't even.
Paige had like 25 or something.
She didn't, bro. She had 17.
What? She had a
That means
long 7.
that means their team is killing y'all. The one I
Yeah,
don't even know these girls' names.
it's
That's
a
how bad
team
it
ass
is.
whooping, bro.
Sarah Strong had 24.
Damn.
Who is this right here? Ozzy Fudd, 24.
Niggas, this girls or men?
This is
Ozzy.
this is men. I mean, this is women.
Okay, this woman. All right, go
This
ahead.
women. Yeah. And nobody else really did anything. Those was her, Strong, Fudd, Becker are the only ones that scored in double digits. Everybody else had like 2 points, 4 points, 9 points.
Calm shit.
You feel me? Did what they had to do. Now let's look at looking at these numbers is
Yeah,
piss.
something obviously went wrong for South
Bro,
Carolina.
I'm gonna just read out the points by these players, bro.
This starting 5?
This the starters.
Okay.
9, 8, 2, 2, 3.
Yeah. We need more. I'm gonna be real.
Yo,
We need more.
we need more productions from our starting
We
five.
need
Yo, what
way
are we
more.
doing?
Bro,
Why
what
you
is
in the
y'all,
starting line? 2 points,
bro? You just running around out there. How
bro.
many
One
fouls did that person have?
fouls. I don't know. I don't know how to see all that. Let me see. Hold on.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had more fouls and turnovers and points. And that's horrible as a starter. I mean, what are we out here
It's not.
doing?
It's not showing the fouls.
What are we out here doing? You in the
Yo,
most important game of your life, potentially your only shot at getting drafted, changing your family lives, and you go out there and you put up 2 points.
NIL, they're not looking at your name, obviously.
Yeah, fuck no. I
The
wouldn't be looking
image
at
of
your
your,
name.
you know what I'm saying? They not looking at
Your
none of
name ain't
that,
shit.
bro.
Your name ain't no good after
Name
you
ain't
score two
no
points.
good. It's
Yeah.
yo. Let me read the field goal percentages for this shit, bro. Like 3 for 11, 4 for 6. That's cool. 1 for 3, 1 for 7, 1 for 6, 4 for 12, 0 for 1, 1 for 2, 4 for 7. Y'all was 21 for 61, 4 for 16 from three. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shot good free throws, but that's not enough. Y'all shooting 25% from the free throw line.
You want me to tell you what it sounds like to me, bro, from just listening to those numbers? It seems like to me that UConn kind of snatched their confidence away from them. I think, obviously, like you said, South Carolina, the number one team in the land, they came in here thinking shit was gonna be sweet. And when UConn stood up, bro, they just lost their confidence. Cause like when I'm hearing stats like your starters shot 1 for 2, 1 for 3, I'm like, how you a starter and you only shot the ball 3 times? You dig what I'm saying? It's like you can't be that confident if you only shot the three ball like 16, 20, whatever you said. You know what I mean? It don't sound like you
Right.
confident in what you can do. You dig
And
what I'm
that's
saying?
and
So
that's a great point. Cause me, if I'm in the championship, bro, I'm putting them joints up there. I don't care if you in my face, not in my
what?
face. I'm wide open, free throws. I'm getting to the basket, whatever the case may be, bro. And I was telling, cause my mother is a real big South Carolina fan for real, and I was like, yo, I don't know what they gonna do when they play UConn because you know what I'm saying. You got Paige Becker coming off these 30, 40 point, you know what I'm saying, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then like, yo, this is Coach Gino's 12th natty, bro. He got 12 national championships with
Shit
UConn.
insane, bro.
Legendary. He's running like if we talking BTA, he got the belt in hand.
Yeah.
You
He
feel
been
me?
spanking shit for a
He been
while.
spanking
For a
he been
long
spanking
time.
shit for a while, bro. Like it ain't like you feel me. It's literally nothing. I was just disappointed, man. I'm not disappointed at South Carolina's season. Now they
Yeah.
had a great season. Y'all made it all the way to the national championship.
Which
Shout
is
out to
hard.
Don Staley. Like, yes, that's very and the women was very competitive this year. Like it wasn't like no like real blowout games for the games that I watched and stuff like that. Like UCLA was real good, Texas, TCU, there was some really great teams, but I think when it comes down to championship and everything like that. Like I just want to see it more competitive and more going at each other. Like you need to be bringing your best foot forward. Like um, I think that Michael Jordan always used to say, "I'm always going to put out my best because this could be somebody's first and only time ever seeing me play in person."
Mm-hmm.
So you got to come out there with that type of mentality. Like somebody's out here that for the first time seeing me play in person, I got to put on a show and I got to
Yeah.
affect the game. Not saying that I got to score a whole bunch or whatever, but they got to see that I'm putting forth my all. And not saying that they didn't, but
I didn't. I'm gonna be real, TJ. I didn't see the shit. You saying you ain't saying that I didn't. You did what I'm saying? I didn't see it, TJ. I'm gonna be real with you.
yeah,
I didn't see that
Stevie,
shit,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Yeah, I can't even.
You nicer than me. I ain't see that.
I'm,
He
try-
the
I'm,
he the
I'm,
nice host.
I
I'm
want to be, I want to give him grace, but like at the same time,
nah,
I
bro.
can't. He's like, you gotta be more competitive. You gotta make it more enjoyable to watch. Don't nobody want to watch a blowout championship game. Like it's just
Yeah.
never. That's never the case for any sport, for anything. Like
That's
they
you
want.
know.
They got, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. You know, I was
No,
gonna say, you know what that reminded me? It reminded me of the Super Bowl, bro. You remember how Super Bowl was?
this year.
Yeah, you remember how the Eagles kicked the
Oh yeah,
Chiefs'
there was.
ass?
Yeah, there was. Oh yeah,
It
okay.
was the
I
same
had to
shit.
make sure this what you was
Yeah,
talking about for real.
yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
reminded me of Super Bowl. Just like, wow,
I
it
feel
was
like
just
this.
a boring championship.
I feel like the NFL is kind of rigged, but that's just me. I think the
Yeah, I
NFL
do
is
too.
just different. It's just different with the NFL rather than basketball. Like if I really wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I think it's more possible to make it more competitive with basketball because it's such a fast paced game and things like that.
Yeah,
And you
that's
could have an off night, but I would rather you have an off night and have be like 6 for 17 or like 5 for 24. Like at least you try to put that motherfucker
I'm
up.
trying, bro. That's
You
all I
feel me?
need is an attempt. So, I mean, I guess where do you kind of see like this Dawn Stanley era of South Carolina going from here? Do you think they're going to be competitive next year? Because obviously Juju got hurt, but Juju was looking crazy when she was still in the tournament, and I think some more pieces going to come to University of Southern California and come join over there. So, what do you kind of think?
I think Dawn Staley and her program, they may just have to do a better job at recruiting. Like
Mm,
you don't need to recruit all these guards now. You know what I'm
yeah, we need
saying?
some
Like
bigs.
how did you win your last two championships? You had a force down bottom.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like guards, yes, guards are good, and you know what I'm saying. It's good for the women's game and things like that. But you just gotta do a better job at recruiting, man. Recruiting a complete team and not just pieces for real. Because I honestly felt like they really didn't have a complete team. They maybe had like 2, 3 players that I felt like was cool and good and things like that, but they just couldn't get it done. And UConn just had a complete team. Like their team was like complete. You feel me? Like they
mm,
had force down bottom. They had Paige Becker. They had another guard on there that was nice. I can't think of her name right now, but
she
you
was
know what I'm
tough.
saying? Yeah. Hold on, let me actually try to find her name real quick while we're on this topic because you know what I'm saying. I think it her number 20, Caitlin Chin, and she
Caitlin Jones.
and she really didn't do too much.
How many points she had?
She only had two, but they only needed two.
Wait a minute. Nigga just told me. I said she was tough. Nigga said, yeah, yeah.
She
How many
was
points she
tough, but
had?
let me
Two.
now hold on. Now relax. Let me go to another. The game
She was
before
having a
this,
tough time. That's the only thing that was tough.
the game before this. Now hold on. I'm ready to tell you.
Who they played the game before this?
UCLA.
How many points she had?
I'm ready. It's right here.
Nigga been saying it. How many she had?
I ain't gonna say how many points she had, but she had crucial points down the stretch.
She
I'm
had
trying.
one tough.
Hey Chen, I'm trying. Hey Chen, I'm trying to give you your credit, man. He not trying to let you have it.
Yo, cause you be saying bullshit, man. She
I be
probably had
trying.
2 points.
She has 6.
Okay, 6 is cool, calm.
That's solid. I mean,
That's calm.
when you got a leading scorer like Paige Becker, you know what I'm saying? She had 16 that game. But I think the real player of the game was Sarah Strong. She's 6'2". I think I saw her play in high school. I seen highlights of her. I think she a shooter, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, South Carolina just didn't make it, a
Yeah.
competitive game enjoyable to watch. I would rather have them been competitive and seen them lose in a close game like Duke and Houston rather than see them get blown out, 82-59.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yo, but you want me to tell you something though? Speaking of like, UConn has been kind of winning this whole week. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it was a few people inducted into the Naismith Hall of Fame, and one of those were Sue Bird, which is obviously a UConn legend. What did you kind of think of like seeing Sue? Carmelo got inducted, Maya Moore,
Hmm.
Dwight Howard. I think all of them were first ballot Hall of Famers. What did you kind of take from this class?
I want to give my flowers, to all those people, Sue Bird, Carmel Anthony, Maya Moore, the White House. I want to give my flowers to all those guys and women because they put an impact on the game, and they played the game the way they wanted to play it. They didn't conform to like any other style for real, and they implemented their personality on the game as well. Like if I'm thinking of I want to speak on if we're gonna keep it on like UConn and keep it on Maya Moore and Sue Bird, like in my mind, I feel like Maya Moore is the best women's basketball player in the world, bro. Like she's so tough. I felt like if she was to ever transfer to the men's game,
Oh, whoa.
she
What?
I think she could get buckets.
What? Who?
Maya Moore.
Nah. Now
What?
you
You're
talking
crazy. No, I'm
bullshit.
not, bro. No,
No,
I'm
don't
not.
start.
It's
Wait,
some. It's
let
some.
me let
No,
you
no, no, no,
finish. Let
no.
me let you finish
It's some
your
women
take.
out here. It's some women out here that can. You know what I'm saying? Like they can hoop with the guys, especially in this. And I would say in this day and time.
What?
And I'm gonna listen to my take, and I'm gonna tell you why.
My
In
bad,
this
brother.
day and time of playing basketball, I feel like people like Sue Bird and Maya Moore couldn't play, and the reason is because of that man Wardell Stephen Curry,
Mm.
bro. They don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 getting out, going down with the trees or whatever. It's a smooth pull up jumper coming off the screens. They could do that. I'm not saying that they gonna be dominant
No.
in the game, but I do think had a chance to play they're gonna get some buckets, bro. They're not just gonna be like, oh, Maya Moore is coming in here. She's not gonna score. She's not gonna get at least double digits. Man,
What
what,
is what
bro?
you just said?
What?
You said how many points was she scoring in the NBA game? You said how
I
many?
I give it like 10, 12.
Nah, get the fuck out of here.
You're crazy, bro.
Get
She
the fuck
will,
out of here,
yo.
man. I
Look
don't
up,
know if you
look up. I don't
understand
know
how
if
hard
you know who Maya Moore is, bro.
it
Look
doesn't
up her
matter,
resume, bro. Like,
bro. But
look it up.
you're not understanding. You do you? I don't think you understand how hard it is not only to get a bucket in the NBA, but do you see how Steph Curry moves around to get open in order to shoot?
You
It's
telling me
not
Maya
just
Moore can't do that?
you're not just getting the ball and pulling up. So you won't do that shit once. After that, you got Drew Holiday sitting, waiting, and did not no, you can't even touch the ball no more. Maya
I think
Moore, who's 3-4 inches taller than her, saying you can't touch the ball and obviously more physically dominant.
I
Like, no,
think
you're not touching the ball no more, shorty. Go ahead.
I
Now,
think
I
the
do
way
respect her. She a Hall of Famer, but
yeah,
come on,
I
man.
think
She's
the
not
way
getting
this
double digits in
bro,
the
I think
NBA
she'll
game.
get that with this, bro. 10 points, bro.
That's crazy. That's
They
crazy.
want yo, I
It's crazy.
I'm standing on what I said. I think she can get 10 points. But back to I'm still pay her, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them guys. And I want to give
Yeah,
my flowers to Mello, you know,
yeah.
Baltimore native. I actually created a video, you know, for him getting inducted into the
So,
Hall of Fame for real. Um, but yeah, man,
when the video
Mello,
drop.
it dropped today. I dropped it already.
All right, that's about.
Yeah, it's on my production page. Go like and comment and stuff like that. Share that thing, tag them or whatever. But Mello, man, I think 20. It's been a minute, man. Sometimes I think the Hall of Fames just take too long. Some players are just solidified, bro. Like
Yeah,
I hope it don't take them and I guarantee it won't take that long for LeBron to get inducted to no damn Hall of Fame.
I
It
think
ain't.
Melo was first ballot though. I think this was his first year being eligible. I'm pretty sure. I think all four of them was. They,
How long it take you to be eligible to be in the Hall of Fame?
I think 3 or 4 years after you retire, like
That's
one,
phony,
three, four
bro.
years. Yeah, bro. In the NFL, it might be like 6 or 7 or some crazy shit. You gotta
That's phony.
wait.
I think when this
You gotta
players
wait.
like Carmelo Anthony, uh, Dwight Ho- Dwight Howard, LeBron James, you know, I think it needs quick
Instant.
initiation.
Yeah,
Like
because I mean, like
soon as
Stephen Curry. Yeah,
Dwayne Wade, like take it to right. What are we doing? What are we discussing? What are we discussing right now? The nigga got 3 championships. The nigga got 4 championships. The nigga don't got. You know what I'm saying? He
yeah,
scoring leader champ with a year. You know what I'm saying? When he was in the league, you feel what I'm saying? Changed the whole franchise almost by itself. You know, twice. You know what I'm saying? With the Knicks and like, what are we talking about? Why are we like? Why aren't we putting him automatic as soon as he retired? It could have been they waited 1 year, but you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. After that 1 year, Melo, you're in. Like it
I
shouldn't even be like, what are we voting for? Like
yeah,
whoever tried to vote against the man, you're fired.
yeah.
Like
Get nigga out of there.
yeah, what you mean? I don't think he should be inducted. Well, was you a hater? Get out of there, man. So
Yeah.
I think the inducting process just take too long
No,
for
yeah, I
certain,
think
for
so
certain
too.
players.
I think it's I think because like you said, like when I think like people like Kobe Bryant and stuff like that, who did obviously he didn't get a chance to get technically inducted into the well, obviously he's in the Hall of Fame now, but you know what I mean, he didn't get a chance to like formally speak, do his thing because of
Yeah.
how long this process takes. You miss out on unfortunate shit happens sometimes. So yeah, I think they might need to streamline this process a little bit more.
Yeah, like y'all need to make this joint a little quicker, bro. Like,
Yeah, but I
cause
mean,
like, yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead. What you saying?
I'm saying like to your point, like things happen in life, and you don't never know what's gonna happen. And you got this great player that has done so great for the game on the court and off the court as well. And now you know what I'm saying he doesn't even get a chance to speak on the things that he's done. You know,
Yeah.
rest in peace, Kobe Bean.
Being,
But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they just got speed it up, bro. Speed it up.
yeah, no, I feel you, bro. I wanted to continue kind of down the NBA route and talk about your boy, man. We talked about celebrations last time. Your man's Josh Shiesty. He got hit with another fine, man. I think it was 75 bands, 75 racks. What you got to say? Because this ain't our first time talking about the celebrations and shit.
Yo, I'ma say it when I seen it. When I seen it, I'm like, bro, not again.
Bro,
Yo, like
come on, man.
with Ja, yo, it's gotta be to a point where somebody gotta be in your ear automatically every game. Yo, no
Um,
gun celebrations, bro. Nothing.
don't
Nothing.
think
Like
about
really,
guns.
don't even use when you shoot the ball, put your hands down.
Nigga said put him down.
Don't even leave your follow through up there, cause I don't even want that to turn into some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't need nothing.
I don't need none of that. You feel what I'm saying? Now you got other players like when they shooting the ball and then they about to, you know what I'm saying, and then they like Don't fire me, my bad. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to my point when I was talking in the last episode when I said 25,000 for the NFL. You was like, damn, 25. What you
That is,
gotta say to 75,000?
bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's some bullshit. But you want me to? It is some bullshit. But look, I'm gonna be real though. You got to be fair though. I did say 25,000 was a lot. I said it needs to be kind of like some stepping stones, some levels to this shit.
No, it can't be
This
no stepping stones for
This
Ja.
about John Morant. That's what I was about to say. This about his fourth or fifth offense.
Yeah,
So
it's
between him riding
bad,
around
man.
with guns and pointing guns at people allegedly,
Like, why do you want to be this guy? Like,
bro,
why do you feel it? And I'm not saying that he wants to be that guy, but like, yo, it's no point. Like somebody in your PR team gotta be like, John, listen, we're losing money over you, nigga.
Yeah,
feel
too
what I'm saying?
much.
Too much money. You were supposed to be the face of the league. That's basically gone.
Yeah.
And Ant-Man then took that, is running with it for real. And my other thing is I was watching Is What It Is. Yo, I love them niggas, bro. Like the nigga Cameron was like, yo, you coming in the stadium with the Pooh Shiesty on, we know it's you. Like, we know it's you, man, because the attention that you bringing, and I think like he just bringing a lot of attention, unneeded attention to himself. Like, bro, and then you
bad attention, I would think.
So the one instance you putting up the guns to the Warriors, I think that's when it happened. When they was playing the Warriors or whatever.
Yeah.
Nigga, y'all lost, and Stephen Curry gave you 52.
Damn, that was the same night.
Yes. Stephen Curry 37, bro. You like what, 20 something? The nigga is still frying you and you thinking you gotta celebrate? If I was the coach, I would have been on his ass in the locker room. Yo, no more celebrations, man. The old ass nigga gave you 50 plus, bro. You need to go back into the gym. Actually, go shake the motherfucking hand.
Yeah, fuck that.
You need to go be getting his superpowers, because what the fuck is you doing?
Yeah.
Throwing up. And then it was like, it wasn't even like a singular. It was this.
Doubled up.
You feel me? And I don't understand, yo. And they not gonna listen to me until they listen to me, bro. They not gonna listen to me until they listen to me, bro. This shit is unacceptable.
Bro, what this nigga shooting a rocket launcher? The nigga put it on his shoulder. The nigga spun around. Yo, I'm telling you, man.
I spun a nigga around.
Yeah.
Put him in a hole.
Yo, I swear, man.
Yo.
I know what's going on with these young cats, man. They gotta calm down. Wow, whatever happened to just like normal celebrations? The ice in the veins.
You feel me? The three to the dome.
Or even the strap that like strap up. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I can see that as to put the seatbelt on.
Yeah, that's what it is. Literally strapping it. But
you feel me?
This gun
What's up
shit,
with all this? Shooter, shooter.
Y'all gotta get out of Memphis, bro. I think that shit is it's something in the water and it's starting to get in his head. Yo, y'all just gotta get out of Memphis,
but
bro.
A great point that I think it also was Cam, what he was saying is that his father T Morant not really, it's like he's not really saying nothing to John Morant and kind of living, I wouldn't say in John Morant's shadow, but he kind of living through his son for real. But it's at certain, like, it's no problem with doing that, but at certain times, like, I think this is kind of like a same aspect where you see with Bronny and LeBron. Like, what if Bronny was throwing up the, you know what I'm saying, the guns? Like, LeBron gonna get on them awesome. Yo, none of that. We cutting that out.
True.
T, why are you not telling your son to stop doing that? You already done messed him up already. Now you gotta pay $75,000 that you didn't have to pay if you didn't do that. You could have still been $75,000 richer right now.
Yeah.
But you want to be throwing out the bazookas and shit.
75,000 is not a little lump.
It's not a little fine, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's, I would love $75,000.
Send that shit here. Send it to me,
man. I see my cash app right now.
Yeah, send that shit to X's and O's. We take that.
We need that. We'll definitely put that towards production.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I
Yeah,
just think, yo, Ja is just, yo, he's a different character that needs to change characters.
yeah. Ja got some
Yeah,
stuff going on, and but I mean, this is what I'll say. Kind of touching on the T Morant part is like I do agree. I think that like he needs someone in his ear, kind of let him know like this shit ain't cool. But you kind of it's unfair to say that T Morant isn't doing that because it's like we don't know what type of conversations that they're having. You know what I mean? It's a
yeah,
father and a son. It's not like he gonna come on the internet and publicly be like, "Hey y'all, I just told Ja about himself. He need to get." You know what I mean? We don't
right.
know if these are already conversations being in place. This is something that I think I would hope that T Morant is already doing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah. I'll be
yeah,
having those conversations for sure. But
yeah.
Ja, if you see this, if you come across this, if your PR team come across the X's and O's, please stop.
Calm
Please
down.
stop. You know what I'm saying? You're a great player, phenomenal talent. You we trying to get this gun label off you, bro. We forgot about it. We was
Try
forgetting
to.
about it. You know what I'm saying? And now you bringing it up again. Not saying that you're a bad person because of this, but you just gotta stop. You just gotta stop. Because the league not going for it.
Yeah, we not playing that shit.
You feel me? But to stay in with the NBA, and I think this will be our last point
League.
with the NBA Celtics. They broke the 3-point record. I thought
Yeah.
they already did that.
No, they just. Well, you thought you meant like it been got broken like a long time ago.
Not a long time ago, but I thought it was recent, like 2 years ago or something like that.
The
I may have,
last.
I may
Go
have
ahead.
been mistaken, but I don't know.
No, the Celtics ain't break it. The last people who held it was the Warriors back in 2022. So you're not too far off. Like the
Maybe that's what
2022
I'm thinking
season.
about. It was the Warriors. Okay.
Yeah, they broke it. Was that the year that they won the championship? Right? They won
Uh huh.
they won it again. Yeah,
And
they
Steph
broke
went
they
on that
broke it
run.
again. Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
kind of think about like? Because I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I do think that the Celtics obviously are a great team. I don't think that this is like a feat that any team can just like accomplish. You obviously have to
Hmm.
set your goals on like hitting that amount of threes and being that type of team. But I would be lying if I said like I when I look at the Celtics, I think like they have like generational shooters like a Stephen Curry, a
No.
Clay Thompson. I think it's more so stemming from like the volume of threes that's being shot in today's NBA. I want to
Yes.
kind of get like your opinion on like what does this mean for right now for the Celtics, and then kind of like the scope of like how do we see the 3-point shot like changing the league down the line.
And I'm glad you brought up that last point. But to your first point, how this looks for the Celtics, I think it's kind of like a question mark for them on like how do we want to win this time? Because
Yeah,
everybody doesn't win the same way twice. You feel what I'm saying? So now it's like, how do we want to? Do we want to win? You being shooters? Do we want to win doing that? Or you know what I'm saying? Are we gonna try to win the same way that we did last year for real? So I think that would be the question for the Celtics. To the point of where the 3-point shooting is, me personally, I think it's getting out of hand, bro.
yeah.
To be honest, Adam Silver is pushing for a 4-point line. I don't know if you've seen that, but he pushing for a 4-point line, bro.
4-point line.
Yes.
That's crazy, bro.
I don't know how many feet that is from the rim, but niggas is gonna take that. Niggas is
I'm
probably already practicing.
I would.
Even
I'm taking that shit.
if
It
that, yo, if they come up with the 4-point line, it's just obviously gonna get people closer to scoring. Way more points. Get to that. I guess they try and get people closer to LeBron's 50,000. I don't know what the reasoning is, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think anybody's touching the 50,000 until LeBron retires out the league because the nigga's gonna score regardless. He's putting up the same numbers now as he did when he was with the Heat, low key, like 25 plus. I think he was scoring like 30 plus or whatever the case may be with the Heat, but he's putting up those same type of numbers. He looks not the complete same, but you see spurts in him from the Heat with the Lakers right now. he obviously is using his mind more. But you know, I think that's just what it is, man. People like Adam Silver is just trying to play catch up with this 3-point line, changing the game and stuff like that. So I think the 3-point line is definitely changing. It's definitely changing the game because I ain't gonna lie. Even my and I bring up my mother because she watches like sports a lot more now. I guess since I was in sports a lot, so she was saying like she might as well learn it. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be around it a whole bunch, and she put in our family group chat like, "What's up with these dudes and not going for the layup? They always just want to go for the three."
Come on, man.
And if my mother is noticing that, bro, then it's
It's a
definitely
problem.
a problem.
It's
Like
a
if my
problem.
mother is noticing that they shooting more threes than layups, what are we doing?
Could you imagine having this conversation 20 years ago, bro?
Bro, the three,
Even 50,
three,
even like 10 years ago, bro. If you really thinking about it, 10 years ago, this would have been a crazy conversation to
they
have,
try
bro.
and get an and one.
Yeah, bro, that's your 3 points. That was 3 points back then.
You feel
Get a
me?
bucket in the foul.
Three the hard way.
You
Ugh.
dig what I'm saying?
That was kind of phony.
Damn,
The
bro.
ref not going for that.
You don't
The
think
ref's
so?
not going. I actually seen. I want to give a shout out. I want to give shout outs to the referees of the league and referees with any professional sports because they do a lot. Like it's a lot that comes with their job. It said I was watching this video and I'm gonna send it to you too. It was saying that that when they had to ref a game, they had to know all the active players for the game. Like they don't just go in just to ref. Like it's a whole bunch of other stuff that go into ref, and they don't get chartered or private planes. They fly them niggas commercial. That's fucked up. They should be on the private jets too.
Yo, yo,
That's crazy, yo. Like for real. Like you got these
yo.
refs, they like spending years away from their families and things like that. You can't put the niggas on a private plane.
No. Fuck. These niggas get,
Yo, you are crazy, bro.
bro,
That's
refs
actually
get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to blow their whistle,
I
bro.
don't
I ain't
care. Put
gonna,
me
bro,
on a
I ain't gonna,
plane. You paying these
bro,
other
you
niggas?
can afford your own plane if I'm paying
You
you
pay
four
you
hundred
paying
thousand
these other
dollars to blow a
you
whistle.
paying these other niggas to sit on the bench. They ain't doing shit. They
Yeah,
ain't
at least they
playing.
players though. They
They ain't fucked.
contribute.
Obviously, they ain't contributing this shit.
Yeah,
That DMP is what they say on their box score.
yeah, nah.
Give the referees a box score.
Nah, man. Refs got to do better. Yeah, that's what we need. We need to keep a track of refs who missing calls, who making bullshit calls, and we
Mm,
need. That's
you
how we
mess.
determine
See
if
now
you.
you messing up with what they got going on. They
Nah, fuck that.
messing
Refs,
you.
nah.
They entwine with the parlays, bro. That's why you don't be winning.
And yeah, so maybe that's why I say fuck the refs, and
Maybe you should.
maybe if niggas start helping my parlays, I try the
Maybe
niggas
you
a
should
jack.
stop
How
putting
about
the
that?
Maybe you should stop putting the parlays in.
No, I mean, why would we do that? No, I mean, no.
No,
How we gonna make out the hood?
I be praying that you get your parlay because I be seeing the parlays that and I be sending them to you when niggas be coming up like 40 fans and I be
Yeah,
like, damn, yo, I wish my nigga win some shit.
that's the shit. I don't fuck that. I'll tell you about the politics later. We gotta get back to the show and shit. But no,
Let's move. Yeah, let's move it along with us.
yeah, I wanted to touch on it. Obviously, the two biggest names coming out: Shadur Sanders, Cam Ward. At least I should say at quarterback right now. I'm not really sure.
Actually, go ahead,
Uh,
keep going.
I'm not really sure if you had a chance to kind of do some research on both quarterbacks, but what do you kind of feel about like? Obviously, everybody think Cam Ward is going number one, but do you feel like he's worthy of it, or do you feel like we should be giving Shadur another look at number one at
See, and
QB?
that's why I'm pulling up the Cam Ward highlights right now.
Okay, the
Cause I
Cam Ward.
never, cause I never really watched, bro. I watched Shador spin that thing, and I know I would definitely see him doing that, going number one. Or I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, give him a chance. All right, let's turn that sound that week
That was
ass beat
nice.
for the
That shit loud.
highlights. That weak beat for the highlights. Got niggas singing on there. He's like, come on, bro, stop. All right, 6'2", 223. You go to where?
Miami.
Miami. Okay. I'm looking at it right now. I can see from the start his decision making is better than Shador.
You think so?
And I think I think it's to the point where he uses his legs more than Shador.
Yeah, sure. They're not
And
that active though. He's not
yeah,
that. Yeah.
I think when it comes, I think that's what I'm saying. Like even just now, Shador would have tried to stay in the pocket and try to make something shake with the receivers or something like that. Like, no, bro, you got to use your legs. Use your legs. Same shit that I be saying with Lamar, bro.
Yeah. So you like Cam Ward as the number one pick?
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if he goes number one.
Okay. Because kind of how it's shaking out. I'm not sure if you're following it, but it's really four top people. We got Shadur Sanders, obviously, Travis
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, obviously. We know he just won Heisman, and then
Yeah,
we got the guy from Penn State. I forget his name, but he like crazy like Micah Parsons, and then we got Cam Ward. So we thinking Cam Ward gonna go number one, probably Shadur gonna go number two,
Travis three.
Travis three. If anything other than Cam Ward is kind of like a toss up. I ain't gonna lie. Any of those three could kind of fall anywhere else. So that's why it's kind of hard to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the consensus is Cam Ward is going to be the number one pick for real.
Like I said, I wouldn't be mad at Cam Ward. It depends on where he goes, though. I think with the NFL, it's kind of different because if wherever the number one, the number one go, are they going to be playing automatically or are they going to
Mm.
be playing behind somebody? So, like, if Cam Ward really does go number one or Shador or whoever, where are they going? Who got the number
Number
one pick?
Tennessee. I think Tennessee got number one. Giants might got number two. And then I want to say the Browns at number three. Or you might got switch. Browns might got number three. I mean, Browns might got number two and Giants might got number three. But
And
it's
who's the
definitely they the top three teams.
and who the Tennessee's quarterback?
They don't got none. So that's the thing.
So yeah,
They're drafting the QB because they need a QB. So they when you get drafted number one in the NFL, you playing. Like that's what the fuck it is. You coming out because we need you,
right.
my nigga.
Yes,
So
I think if anything, and I say this, and this is my take on it. I would rather see Cam go number one and then Shador play it. And this is I'm not biased or anything, but I'm just thinking about the backlash that Shador will get if he goes to a team and he's playing right away and then he sucks.
yeah,
I just know that it's gonna like the legacy that he got to live up to is just gonna be bashful if he doesn't perform, and I don't want to see that because of what's happening with Bronny. Obviously, it's a different situation, but I don't want to see that. I don't know how he'll handle that because it seems like Shador is like, I'm not gonna say sensitive, but like he cares about what people say about him for real. Like he doesn't want anybody to be like, well, he not producing or da 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 da. Like I just don't want that for that guy. I feel like Cam Ward would be more able to like kind of handle that adversity better.
yeah. Early on, at least in their career, like
Yeah,
stepping into it.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
not that makes
mm,
sense.
I think I would go Cam Ward, Shador, and I also think if Shador goes second, if New York has the second pick, like you say, I think that would be best for him because that's a
Yeah,
great market for him and how his appearances and how he, what I'm saying, he puts himself in like the media and things like that. I think that would be a better fit than fucking Tennessee.
nigga said fuck Tennessee. Yo, what you like Tennessee?
No, it's not that I don't like that. It's not nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think Tennessee is a good market for Shador.
Okay,
So
I
it makes
understand.
sense for Shador.
Yeah,
Where's Cam Ward from?
Cam Ward like has 0 stars coming out of college. I mean, coming out of high school. He a real humble. Well, I wouldn't say a humble guy because he is kind of a braggart. But
Yeah, he 22. And then he from Texas, West Columbia, Texas.
okay, yeah, he might
So
can handle some country shit.
yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Honestly, bro, like when you really look at like the quarterbacks coming out in this draft class, it's like not any quarterback really stands out to me. If I'm being honest, like
Hmm.
I was watching First Take and they were saying, or the facility, my bad, because that's my shit with like Sean McCoy and shit.
Okay.
Um, and they were saying like if these same quarterbacks, Shador and Cam Ward was coming out in last year's draft, they would be like the sixth or seventh quarterback drafted. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so the talent level between this year's draft class and like last year's is like completely different. So I don't
I
really
agree.
love either quarterback. Honestly, I think none of them stand out or like give you that wow factor like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, or
Mm-hmm.
even like the rookies from last year gave you. So I don't really think it's a wrong way to go here, but like you said, I think more so like market wise and like scheme and fit, Shadur definitely probably will be better in like New York
Yeah.
than he would be in like a Tennessee, and vice versa. I think Cam Ward probably Tennessee is like less like, you know what I mean, flashy and shit for real. He might do better
Mm-hmm.
in Tennessee and you know what I mean, get to really grind and like, get shit up. So
And
I
that's
think
what.
yeah, they both gonna be great quarterbacks. I got no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, I'm actually not surprised that Travis Hunter kind of dropped down because they would say he might go number one, and I was like, it depends on how teams looking and what the teams are looking for. Not every team looking for a wide receiver or a cornerback or whatever. So it really depended on what teams needed at the time. So I
Hmm.
always knew that. I wasn't for sure thinking that Travis Hunter was gonna go number one, but I think wherever that dude go,
Yeah.
he gonna be a problem.
Yeah, for sure. Wherever he do go is the team got a lot of good shit to look forward to.
No,
Wherever
yeah.
he go.
Another thing that I want to touch on, Aaron Rodgers, and
Hey
I
bro.
think is it him and the Steelers? They
Yeah.
got some. Is it some clash going on? What's going on with that?
Yeah, bro. So basically, um well, we think that the Steelers is going to end up signing Aaron Rodgers. That's number one.
Okay.
But what's been going on is Aaron Rodgers kind of been taking his sweet ass time with getting the deal done, and you know that the draft is coming up, so it's kind of putting the Steelers in a place like, yo, you kind of got to let
Mm,
us know what's going on because if not, we got to draft a quarterback and be ready day one. But he taking his time. Now there is some good things like
mm-hmm.
the Steelers just got DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
And DK Metcalf was seen working out in the video with Aaron Rodgers maybe like 3 days after the Steelers got DK Metcalf. So there is some good
Okay.
signs that like he talking to people, working out with people in the organizations. They think a deal is going to get done, but
I
he's just kind of
yeah.
dragging the process out, and it's kind of
I think
fucking
that's what
things
it
up.
is. I think that's what it is. Then the deal, they're not probably offering the number that he want, and he trying like, y'all want me to come here? I need that money on. Ain't gonna be no fun on
Yeah,
for
I
real.
I don't mind that, but if you look at the year that Aaron Rodgers had like last year,
You
and then
can't offer. Well, didn't he get hurt though?
no, that was a year before. So he got hurt the year before. He played literally he played in the first
First
two
game
snaps. The
and
only the
done.
first two snaps, and after I think on the third snap, season in the injury, my nigga.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
they wait a whole year for you for that in New York. Then you come back the next year, and the nigga was buns, bro. Like when I tell you
Mm-hmm.
just trash, nigga was trash.
Not.
So it's like
And I used to be a fan of Aaron Rodgers.
everybody did, bro. Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the most gifted quarterbacks we ever seen.
Yeah, true Hall
One,
of Fame. Hope they don't take
bro,
forever to induct his ass in the Hall of Fame.
they gonna take a while for his ass. I'm gonna be aware. They gonna take a while because
Nah, yeah.
he a drama queen, and that's the thing about Aaron Rodgers is it's like yo, we getting kind of used to him like doing shit like this, like
Mm.
dragging out the process
You
and
can't
like
get used to complacency, man.
yo, you can't, man, and especially when you not that Aaron Rodgers no more. You not Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers
I
from
can see
six,
like,
7 years
yeah,
ago. If
you're
this
right.
was that Aaron Rodgers though, by all means,
Take your damn time. Go
be
out, you
a
know what I'm
drama
saying?
queen, be the bitch that you
Do all
want, but
that.
you can't be like how you was last year, like
You
nigga,
ain't winning.
literally bottom five, bottom 10 quarterback in the league, and then you act like this. No, that's not okay. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
you got to be winning to. And I've always
Yeah.
thought that, like, if you want to have some say so, you got to be putting up some numbers. You got to be doing
Yeah.
your thing. You
Yeah.
can't just be losing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's another thing with I'm not saying that he was doing this, but with Watson, like
Oh yeah,
I
Deshaun.
think they said who he played with now.
He played for the Browns, bum
Yeah,
ass.
I think the Brown. He was saying like we basically wasted 230 million, and we got to take that to the chin for real. Like
Yeah, he didn't even play a full. He may have played like I think 16 or 17 games since they signed him, and I think they signed him like 4 or 5 years ago, bro.
yeah, so like he just been sitting on his cash. Not saying you know what I'm saying. Obviously he got hurt Then he had those allegations and stuff like that. But at some point, it goes to the point of like some point in time, you have to produce to get this bread. And I think it goes back to when you was talking about it has to be something talking about cap. It has to be something in these contracts saying like you gotta play this amount of just how like in the NBA where you gotta play a certain amount of games to be like first team all NBA and stuff like that. You gotta be a certain amount you gotta play a certain amount of games, you know what I'm saying, to get this bread.
Yeah.
Like you can't it can't be nothing not saying that it can't be nothing guaranteed because obviously injuries happen and things like that, but it's like bro, if you can't play these games and you're not producing what we need you to produce, you know, you're our top quarterback, you're our guy, bro. We gotta lighten that pack up for
Find
real.
something else, bro. We got to because like you said, if not, it kind of puts the team at like a disadvantage for years. Like if they get you wrong after paying you all that money, we messed up for 5, 6, 7 years just
Yeah, be
rebuilding.
stuck with your little goofy ass, man. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah.
You got Metcalf in here, this freaking nature. You can't get the ball to him, and y'all ain't got no connection. Well, if you would have signed the damn contract, you could have been working out with the nigga. And y'all could have been had some chemistry. I don't know what the
Ex-
fuck y'all got going
e-
on.
Exactly, my nigga. So I don't know. Hopefully some good shit come out of it though. I would love to see Aaron Rodgers as a Steeler.
That would be
You know,
crazy to see, actually.
I would love to see it because I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, and we gonna kill his old ass every time if he
Ah,
become a Steeler. So go over there. It would be great. I would love it. That's
mm,
exactly what we need. Some free wins.
that's crazy. Yeah. So NFL looking crazy this year. I'm excited for the season.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for this. I think it's gonna be a very competitive season. Maybe looking like past seasons before when it was competitive throughout the whole, you know, conference and league and things like that. So I'm excited to see what
yeah.
they're gonna do. Lastly, you know, this is gonna be our last topic for today. We're gonna step into the world of the MLB. Them Dodgers, man,
Mm.
they look scary.
Dodge is looking crazy,
They
bro.
was using them illegal. They had to ban them bats, bro.
Oh wait, they banned the torpedo
Yeah,
bats.
they
I didn't
can't.
see that, bro.
They can't play with them no more. I would have banned them just too, boy. Like, what the fuck you think this is, man?
Hold up, I didn't even
Look
see
it
that.
up, bro.
They banned them.
They finito, bro. They gone.
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, I would have bet. Yo, if y'all getting like 6 home runs back to back to back, what is y'all doing?
I
The,
think
the
they
pitcher
said they
can't
hit
be
like
that
eight.
bad. Pitcher
The
can't be that bad, bro.
the Yankees hit 8 home runs at in that I think they said in the first game when they won like 20 or something to two. They hit like
Yeah,
eight or something first run. 8 home runs with them bats, bro.
like that's crazy, bro. I would have thought they was cheating. The bats is weighted,
Yeah, it
so
definitely seemed like it's a weird shape for real, and it's giving them this fair advantage for real. So
yeah, they had it.
um
They gotta get out. But I'm liking baseball right now. I need to watch some highlights for real.
yeah, tune in, bro. Especially
They
to the
just they this was three. They just lost to the Phillies 8-7.
the
The
Yankees.
the Dodgers.
The Dodgers. Yeah,
Yeah.
tune in though. I mean, the Dodgers has been looking pretty crazy, bro. You know, obviously Shohei gonna do what he gonna do, but Mookie Betts has been stepping up, bro. And obviously they got a lot of good pieces, man. They're the most stacked team for a reason.
Mm.
I think they probably gonna repeat as champions, bro. I really don't see nobody beating the Dodgers, bro. They're gonna go back to
I
back.
think the Orioles really got locked in.
Yeah, we got lock
I
in.
think because we always get to that point where in the playoffs where we kind of like fold up like a damn blanket. But
Yeah.
I'm
No,
looking
yeah.
at this. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
No. I was just gonna say I think if the Orioles, we just gotta get a stronger bullpen. We just gotta get better at pitching for real because we can put up runs with anybody. We can score
Yeah.
with any. Literally, I think when I seen a stat, we was number one in the league in like scoring this season,
Mhm.
but we were like the third worst in like runs allowed. So it was like you put up the most runs, but nigga, you give up the most runs. It's like you
Yeah.
know what I mean. You can't
Yeah.
win that way.
You know
So
what I'm saying? Defense is your best offense for real.
yeah, bro, you just gotta play better defense. And I think Orioles got a shot if we can get some good pitching performances out of our pitches, bro. We gonna be in a good spot.
I'm looking at this one game. It's the Red Sox versus St. Louis. They beat St. Louis 18-7.
Ah, damn, the Red Sox.
Yes.
Cardinals not good no more though, bro. Cardinals been trash for a couple years.
Damn, how 18 though? Like golly.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
like a seven, like an 8-7 baseball game, that's a good game.
yeah.
But 18 to damn, glad
18 to what? You say 7?
18-7.
God damn, 11 runs.
That's all you hearing. He
That
winds
the
up,
ass.
wind up for the pitch. Here we go. It's out of here. Shit. Sandlot ass niggas.
Nah,
No, yeah, but I don't tune in as much to baseball, but I think, even doing this podcast, it got me dipping into different sports and stuff like that more. I'm really waiting for that PGA joint, the Masters to come on because I like watching that.
I don't like. I ain't never watched golf before, but I'm gonna tune in because I play golf and I'm trying to start getting into golf and shit a little bit more.
When you start understanding like how niggas gotta really score and what niggas gotta do to get that, like you really have a appreciation for that for the game.
Yeah, for
But
sure. Oh, we're gonna tune in now. I'm
for
gonna, I'm gonna
sure,
tune into. I'm gonna tune into the PGA shit for real. And I mean, we just baseball season just getting started, so definitely on the channel. I
they
know
play
we
a
gonna have to
lot of
start featuring,
games.
bro. 162.
That's hella games, hella bread. That the man, I'm ready to
Yeah,
see if I can get a contract real quick.
fuck that. Yeah, see if we can own a team. That's what we need to
Ownership, yeah,
own,
bro, for real,
own that shit even better. But
man.
no,
But today was a great show. We talked about
yeah.
a lot of things. That wait, before we get out of here, who you got winning the Natty, bro? Florida or Houston? I got Florida.
I think just because you going Florida, I'm going Houston, bro. Which is kind of oddly for you, just because obviously you lived in Houston. I don't know, bro. I think that's just you rubbing me the wrong way. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna just be real. But
I mean,
I'm gonna go Houston. Just cause you going Florida, I'm gonna go Houston, bro.
because I like Florida and I got Florida in my bracket, and I never had Houston. I had least Houston losing a long time ago.
And so you just want them niggas done. You don't want no underdogs, no Cinderella
I
story.
did. I did tell them. I did. They both number one. What is the underdog? They both. Everybody
But
number one was
everybody
number
know who.
one.
Come on, bro. But everybody know
It
who.
was. It's gonna be a great game. Walter
Everybody
Payton.
know where Florida been all year. Not saying Houston hasn't been great all year, but Florida been looking like
Hey,
it all year.
Houston gets it done. So I'm pretty scared, but I want Florida to win though,
Okay, so we're gonna leave it at leave it at you got Florida, I got Houston.
for sure.
Okay, that's a bet. So when we come back, episode 3,
I did
we're
tell
gonna
my
see who
mother.
prediction.
I told my mother if Houston win, I get some Houston merch
Okay, that's fair. No, that's kind of fake though, ain't it? I mean, why you wait till they win to get some merch?
because I want Florida to win. If Florida win, I'm gonna get Florida merch.
Oh, that so you just a bandwagon. Whoever win is basically who team you on.
Well, I don't want Houston to win. That's why if they win, I gotta get the merch. That's what I told my mother. Cause
Okay.
she want Houston to win. All like my mother, my sister, they want Houston to win because they in Houston.
Yeah. No,
So
shout out Houston though,
no,
man.
yeah, shout out Houston, man. That was a great win for them. Shout out to the Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
John Morant, get it together. You feel
Praying
me?
for you, buddy.
Shout out to the MLB guys. They got a long season ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? Ice them arms up. Yeah, man.
Who else?
I don't know.
Shout out Celtics.
Shout out to the Celtics for the 3-point record. Y'all need to, lock in for the playoffs. Shout out to Shador, Cam, and all those guys getting ready for the draft. Y'all dreams are about to come true. You know, that's something that they've been dreaming about since kids. Obviously, Shador was seeing all the ins and outs of the league. And for the ones that ain't seen the league a day in their life for real, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is a great path that y'all heading on to, about to
Yeah.
change y'all families' lives for the rest of their lives. Ain't nobody gonna want for nothing. So
What's
shout
up,
out
Coach?
to Coach Gino with his 12th natty. And good luck to Houston and Florida.
Yeah.
for sure.
Good luck,
Well,
Houston.
for
We're gonna
sure.
get this dub, man.
This has been the X's and O's podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Cozy Boy, with
Big
my host,
four.
Big Four. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow
TikTok.
us on TikTok, man. We're gonna be putting up our clips on there. We getting a little bit of traction for real. So just make sure y'all tapping in with us, man. Make sure y'all here for the blow up before we blow up, cause when we up, we don't see y'all.
Yeah, niggas can't. You're not gonna be able to get contacts with us as we blow up and shit.
We're
No,
gonna have to
we
contact
Hollywood. Yeah,
our PR team and all that.
yeah. Hit my assistant, my nigga.
No,
All
for
right,
real. All right, man. Until next time, catch y'all when we catch y'all.
it's been real.